Yeah, what up, though, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the CP Podcast. I'm your host, CP. This is the CP Podcast. We talk about the shit CP want to talk about. And, if you don't like it, get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? To my right, virtually, is the co-pilot. So like, you know how it's like she driving a tank and I'm the one with the gun on it, like blah blah. She's like, why did you shoot that gas station? I'm like, cause it's Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, this is my partner in crime, Maya. And then you got is that a Raiders jersey?
Yeah.
Oh man, how fitting. How fitting. Yesterday on Monday Night Football, the Detroit Lions.
I'm not a Raiders fan.
Well, it don't matter. I'm looking at a Raiders jersey, and I'm talking my Lions shit now because I see a Raiders jersey. And the Lions just having one of them years. We are 6-2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? We 6-2. It's just a good way to walk into a room with a conversation. Yeah. How you doing? Good. Where you from? Cool. What are y'all? Yeah. We're 6-2.
Lions fans get to talk shit twice a decade.
Yeah, and guess what? Here it is. Like a blue moon in the night. You know what I'm saying? This is thriller. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? All we need is one thriller night. To fuck shit up. And goddamn it. Lions are 6-2. I love it. Anyway, and then special guest, but y'all know him. He was here last time. Everybody's been requesting for you to come back, man. Dwann B is in the building.
What's up, y'all?
You feel
me?
To
have some fun.
Yes, man. Yes, man. So, man, what's going on, man? How's y'all week been?
Busy as hell.
For real? We're just going to start with a little conversation. Maya, how's it going? How's it going? You been watching cartoons?
No, I was watching this baby.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, some people just, some people just do shit with their baby too early. They be pissing me off. You ever see like a newborn at Disneyland? Like, go the fuck home with this little ass baby.
Ain't gonna remember a damn thing.
At Disneyland. That motherfucker they're like, you know what I'm saying? Get the fuck off the teacups with this goddamn newborn. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a 2-month-old get sunburned.
Dog,
it's like, wait a minute.
You got 16 years to do all of this shit with this kid.
And ain't that wasting money?
Man, newborns be having gold chains on and shit. Oh, shit.
But ain't that like a waste of money? Like paying for something that the kid ain't gonna remember?
I don't think they charge if they're like under a certain age, right?
Yeah,
or like
they can't charge. You know what I'm saying?
Why would you even want to go?
Why would you even
have to hold something?
That's how I was like, I just was at Six Flags on Sunday, and I was like, if we had kids, we had to come with a group because I want to ride some stuff.
Yeah,
and the kids can't get on these rides. Like, what we gonna do? We here with the kids, so we stuck riding the kid rides the whole time. Like, that's not. Yeah, I don't know. I want to still have fun.
It's not forever because now my kids are thrill seekers.
Oh yeah,
like we be on them roller coasters, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
not the entire time, but just that early on. Because I see people pushing the
period.
Strollers and stuff. I'm like, y'all can't be having a good time.
Grandparents, that is what they're for. They're old and their knees hurt. They'll be on the ground forevermore. Grandparents, that's what they are for. That's what they are for. Oh, you see how I went Michael Jackson on him? I didn't want to give him teenage Michael Jackson. I didn't want to give him that, but you know what I'm saying? That's what happened. Just look over your shoulder. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, man, I don't like that. I don't like when people do too much early shit. I appreciate people who keep their baby in the house. That's what we do in our family. You keep that baby in the house till it's big enough to look durable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like till it fill out. Keep that motherfucker in the crib.
I saw like a 8-month-old at a 4th of July party. I mean, like fireworks and Hennessy everywhere. What the fuck is going on?
That baby's gonna be traumatized.
I mean, PTSD.
Man, that's funny as hell. Niggas said at 4th of July.
I mean, this shit was in Carson, so niggas was letting off M80s and dynamite sticks.
Hey, bitch, let the babies eat first. Hey, that's crazy. Yeah, man, people don't be giving a fuck, man. People be giving their babies chicken bones and shit. It's like, man, I can't even give my dog chicken bones. You think I'm gonna give my baby a chicken bone?
Did your parents give you beer when you was a kid? Or your grandmama?
My dad, bro. My dad give all the kids. I don't want to get my nigga in trouble, but like all the kids, the grandkids get a sip of the beer. Like, oh, and he be acting like it's a mistake. Oh, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you? And then he be like, look, you fucked up. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's like, man, you ain't shit.
That's true. That's why I don't drink beer to this day.
Why?
My dad, like he's always drinking. He tell me, nah. Then one day he was like, all right, and he had me have a few suds. Man, all I know is wrestling was coming on. I really wanted to see that match, and I was knocked the fuck out. I missed wrestling. Remember them late night wrestling? You try to stay up and watch?
Yeah.
Like beer made me miss wrestling. So after that, I said, fuck beer.
You know what's crazy is that I didn't like wrestling, and it wasn't even that I didn't like it. It wasn't. I would watch it if it was on, but I could watch other shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was watching shit like Highway to Heaven.
I remember that show.
You know what I'm saying? I was watching deep ass shit. I had grandparents, nigga. I was watching In the Heat of the Night, and I was invested. I was like, man, that light skinned bitch kind of cold. Like, I was looking at his wife, like, man, then but she did some other stuff.
Watching Hunter.
Dog, I ain't never seen Hunter before, but nigga, I was watching Dukes of Hazzard.
I was watching that was my shit. Them Dukes. A-Team and Knight Rider, that was my shit right there.
Nigga, hella General Hospital, hella All My Children. Nigga, hella nigga
That's
for
my
real.
grandma's shows.
Yeah, mixed with a little bit of Sesame Street and shit like that.
You trying to clean it up. This nigga was watching All My Cheering. All old black folks called it cheering.
Nigga, I was watching all the bullshit. I was watching all kind of shows with my grandma. And I would learn how to talk to the TV like her.
Yeah.
Heifer. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like we had our own script. You know what I'm saying? I was getting like double story. I was getting like the story, but then like the real nigga perspective. See, this bitch wouldn't even be going through that if she stayed with her goddamn husband. See, heifer. You know what I'm saying?
I remember my grandma calling one of them on General Hospital a Jezebel.
Man.
She a Jezebel.
Oh yeah, that's one of the oldest hoes on the earth. That's the first hoe. You know what I'm saying? She had to be lit though. She probably was a little Ice Spice. Imagine dropping Ice Spice back in the biblical days. She walking around with her ass cheeks out, trying to pull her dress. She about it. She showing her panties. She shaking the deli, and and them niggas like. Them niggas like, we cannot resist it. We cannot resist it.
Oh, shit.
She probably was killing them back in the day. Charging out like, nigga, $350 back then. That is preposterous. No one can afford $350.
She was getting all the shillings and shekels.
Oh, man. Nigga, what? Man, that's crazy. Jezebel, man. I ain't saying shout out to Jezebel, but like, you know, she served her purpose, man, for real. Who made her? Because she was a freak. Who made her?
Jezebel, yeah. The same God that made Mary, shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Shout out to God, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to God, man.
This is the devil's holiday, Lord, but yeah, we got you.
Oh, they said it's the devil's holiday? What?
That's what they say in church. We used to go to Hallelujah. We had something called
Hallelujah Night, yeah.
And like me, I'm hating because I didn't really get to have real Halloween when I was a kid, man. I had to go to Hallelujah Night, and I'm bitter because when I was like 7 or 8, my mom made me go to Hallelujah Night. I wanted to trick or treat, I couldn't. So I had to dress up, but I had to dress up as Moses. And I had like a sheet around me and the staff and everything that I threw on the ground and turned it into my serpent. And then the kid that won came dressed as Spider-Man. Like, how the fuck the kid dressed as Spider-Man win the church Hallelujah Night over Moses? I should have known church was full of shit.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Dwann, because I need to know how you tell stories.
What?
Like, I need to know, like, are your stories, like, are they mythical and magical? So, like, you said you threw the staff on the thing and it turned to a snake?
No, the biblical story when Moses threw the staff.
I'm saying, what did your shit do?
No, my shit just stood there like.
Oh, see, that's why you ain't win. Like, why you trying to act like it turned to a snake? Nigga said, hey, my shit went bad, turned to a snake.
I told the Bible verse, though. I should have won, but the Spider-Man's shit didn't come out either.
Nobody give a fuck about that, for real. Spider-Man blessed too. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he got that blessing of that spider. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But man, I mean, like technically, shit.
Yeah, he
yeah,
is.
he blessed. You know what I'm saying? Shit, like because everything got a meaning. Like, man, God let that spider bite him, and he was like, "Why, God?" And God was like, "You'll see." You know what I'm saying? You gonna be hanging upside down, kissing hoes.
Hanging upside down, kissing hoes.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like when you really think about it, like life is his life is what it is. So anyway, my bad. I'm sorry. We getting off into some shit.
I want to hear more about it.
About what?
Whatever you guys are talking about.
I'm just
I
saying.
have a story that might I don't know, it's a little creepy. Do you want to hear it? CP, I know you don't like horror stories.
Oh man, see,
I want to hear it.
I want to hear it too.
Just go back to like the fuck my day up, remember?
Yeah. Nah, but it's Halloween though, so it's like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh. But all right, cool. Let's hear it. Yeah. Just
Okay,
since you didn't ask me in front of everybody.
Tony wanted me to tell.
All right.
This is a story Tony wanted me to tell because he remembers it and it's kind of like etched in his head. And I was just like, oh, that was an interesting dinner. Okay. So a couple years ago, we're having dinner with my friend from back home in Rhode Island, and he's super down. And we're like, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Hold on. What you mean he down? Like he like down for whatever? Like doing whatever niggas want to do? Like he down to kill a nigga? What you mean?
No,
like
he's
he down
like,
to drugs? What you talking about?
No, it seems really sad.
Oh, down.
Yeah, he seems really sad.
Depressed.
My bad.
Okay.
Because like the way you said it, and it's like he's like super duper down, and we're like, yo, calm down. Like I'm like, oh shit, he was ready to go crazy on some niggas. But my bad.
My bad. The nigga down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's two different downs, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I'm telling this because it's Halloween. Okay. So he's really sad, and we're like, hey, what's wrong? Kid's name's Tom. I'm like, what's wrong, Tom? And he tells this really messed up story about how his brother's friend went on a killing spree. Yeah. He went on a killing spree, and it was all over the papers. He like went crazy and took a knife and went and like slashed up his downstairs neighbors. So that's the first part of the story. And then it was the same weekend that I had a friend that was killed also in a killing spree, a separate one.
Oh, damn.
What weekend was this?
Yeah, what was
This was the last weekend of August. I want to say 2015.
Hey, I
damn.
don't want to scare you, but hey, I had like a 26 kill spree on Call of Duty that same week.
Man.
It's not the same.
I'm just saying, like, it might have been like a weekend for sprees. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. He had his spree. I had his spree. Your friend was in his spree.
So you were centered around two different killing sprees.
Well, we're out here, but yeah. So it was, I knew someone who participated in two different ones in the same town back home. It's not a big town.
What town is it?
This is Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah, Rhode Island. That's the smallest little state, right?
Yeah,
Rhode
small,
Island's
okay.
small state.
Yeah, so just say your block, for real. It's not a city. Just say the block. You know what I'm saying? It's on the block you grew up on. 227. I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
So this is what I was talking to Tony about, and I guess this had freaked him out. He's been thinking about it for, I guess, like 8 years now. And I was like, wouldn't it have been weird if some kind of evil entity or evil storm came through the town that night, and that's why it happened?
I ain't gonna lie. That's how I be thinking about shit. That's funny you say that. But see, when I say it, you be like, CP, you're being ridiculous. Of course, there's no evil spirits that are coming through the town. But I'm like, dog, I feel like there are certain spirits of things. Somebody just said it in the comments. Tiffany, talk about the Jezebel is a spirit. It represents the archetype. Like, there are just certain types of like evil that I feel like can kind of take over a certain situation. Like you ever been like somewhere and like the feel of it feels like all the people are under like a spell? You know what I'm saying? Like you just like man, like
a Beyonce concert.
I just about to say, you ever go to a concert and then look around and motherfuckers are just like, and you're like, oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you either gotta be blowed or, you know what I'm saying? Like just, you know.
That's how I felt when Taylor Swift had her concert over in Inglewood. at the same time, at the Hollywood Park Casino next to it, Miss Chalet and Switch had an old school nigga concert. And this was going on like...
Why they do that?
I don't know. They had this white girl in this big ass stadium,
Right.
and they didn't even have us inside. They had like an outside stage right there on Century Boulevard.
That's dope, though.
It was dope.
Like,
it was cool, but it was dope. But
I just hate when they got to put our shit on some juxtaposition type shit. Because I want to be at that. I want to be at they shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't put these classic. Michelle can actually sing, and you put her next to Chicken Booty Taylor Swift, who just is all promo. Anyway,
yeah.
When this show was letting out, the Taylor Swift concert was letting in. And you just saw the people, like the energy of the people. They was like, it looked like they was going to some kind of seance to go see Taylor Swift. I'm like, what kind of magic is this woman working on these people? Because I swear to God, I ain't never been to one of her concerts, but people lead them Taylor Swift concerts feeling like they just went to church, and she can't sing that good.
Who was that said she looked like if Mr. Burns had a daughter?
Wow.
Who was that?
I don't know, but people love her. I know a lot of girls.
Like, question.
Whoever he was, he funny than a motherfucker.
Does her music match the level of attention that she gets?
She's got like 2 good songs that I like. Anti-Hero is good and Lover is good. And she has some other songs that are catchy, but I don't get why they're so enthralled by her.
Right. Like, to me, she's no better than when Britney Spears doing her prime and Christina Aguilera doing their prime. They didn't have this level of like love that they get. I mean, like, I think it's some voodoo shit going on, some white voodoo shit going on with Taylor Swift and her fans, because they be loving that woman, and I ain't mad at it. I ain't even mad at it.
Yeah. She like represents that like typical fragile little white girl type thing.
Okay.
Or whatever. Because I don't even know how old she is, but you probably wouldn't think she's that old. Low key.
She's like
I think she's in her 30s.
She's like 2017.
Like 30.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's she don't. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see.
She represents them doo-doo-doos. You know those girls.
She's 33.
Yeah.
It's kind of a throwback. She's kind of a throwback to like just a simpler time that I don't think anyone lived through.
I think I can see that. I couldn't tell the difference between her and Miley Cyrus for like a good decade.
Well, you gotta look at it like this. It's like that's like comparing John Stockton to Dirk Nowitzki.
Or compare John Stockton to Mark Price.
No, I'm just saying like height wise.
Oh, height wise, are they taller?
I think Taylor's like hella tall.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she's very tall. She's almost 6 feet tall.
Like she be looking at Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't think about that.
She be looking at that nigga in the face like, yeah, good game. High fiving the nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even think about that.
She be like, Travis, good game. All right now. All right, but you better stop on you. You know what I'm saying?
So Taylor should be singing tenor then. Tall she is. I didn't realize she was that tall.
Oh, it's different voices that go with different heights.
Tall, you got to be a tenor if you that tall as a woman.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah,
why you gotta be that? Why you gotta be a tall ass smokestack?
Like, no, for real. Can you imagine my fat ass singing soprano? That would be fucked up.
What is soprano? I ain't gonna lie.
That's a high pitched one.
But that would be fire.
That'd be out cold, man. You'll be all over the world. You'll be in Vegas.
They would love that shit.
Give me that for Dwann tiny voice.
Nah, let's tell the truth. Yeah, some people would love it, but before it gets to that love, niggas would be clowning the fuck out. What this big high pitched voice ass nigga?
They gonna clown you, but you making a wave.
They might start calling you the Ekin. You know what I'm saying?
If I saw a fat nigga my size singing soprano, I'm kicking him in the nuts, boy.
Why you kick him in the nuts,
man?
Man?
Bass in your voice,
he
boy.
gonna hit falsetto on your ass.
Man. Remember Ruben Studdard? You used to sing and look sad at the same time. I used to be like, yeah, if you don't perk up. Nigga, he used to be on American Idol like, please.
I'm sorry for
please. I was like, man, dog, I dare don't even want to vote for this nigga, dog, but I am. We voted 18 times one time. I was like, my grandma was like, vote again. Let's get him, nigga. Vote again. I'm like, grandma, you believe in this shit? I do too. Vote again. Call it again. Let me try to call it. What they say when they call it? Call it again. Call it again. You know what I'm saying? And then she go live, try to throw a little extra on. I hear her on the phone. We voted like 27 times. We voted. Yeah, me and my grandson, we voted like 27 times, 30 times or something. Like, grandma, you did 18 times exactly. 27 times at least, trying to get for Ruben Studdard.
Stared
So Ruben stared it. He's such a sweet fat boy.
it.
That nigga's but I'm sorry. He could get a plate anywhere with that face.
Get a plate. Yeah.
That nigga could go any soul food restaurant, walk in like, they be like, sit down. We gonna get you a plate. We bring it out there to you. Sit down.
Yeah.
Sad ass boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sad motherfucker walked in here asking for a plate.
Ruben.
Who was it? Somebody said, was it? Yeah, Ronnie Jordan did do the, shout out to my nigga Ronnie Jordan. But he did do the little, but yeah, nigga, that's how that nigga really look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Niggas love being like, wasn't it him that joke? Nigga, that's my friend. Nigga, I never, I would never steal shit, but I would definitely never say my own friend's joke.
Yeah, nah.
Shout out to my nigga Ronnie Jordan, man. God damn. People just be like, oh.
Yeah.
You know?
You doing your job.
Right. Like, nigga, I ain't trying to, we ain't on stage. Shout out to Ronnie Jordan. He need to come do my podcast anyway. I need to come do your shit. Yeah, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga.
That motherfucker do look like, yeah.
The richer he got, the little happier he got. He
looks scheming in that one in the
look
middle.
at his rich pictures. Yeah, he's like, yeah, you know, I won. Yep. Up at the top, like, yeah, I ain't sorry for shit. Go to that one. Yeah, right there. He like, I can't believe it. Oh, he like every church grandma's dream.
Dang, he lost mad weight.
Yeah, he lost mad weight.
He did lose a lot of weight.
Go to the top window. And how he looking like, they thought I was sorry.
Damn, he's at 462? I thought I was at.
You see it?
Yeah.
No, wait, not that one.
The second picture.
Yeah,
from
the second one from the left.
This one here?
Yeah.
No, top row.
Oh, top left?
Yeah,
right
that one right there.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers thought I was sorry the whole time. I was never apologetic. Got they motherfucking ass. Never was sorry. Never was sorry. Yeah, anyway. Go back, man. That was funny as hell, man. That nigga got a fucking South. That's like one of them Southern Baptists. He'd be a star of the church.
Hey, he will be.
Nigga like that be fucking all the church hoes. Hey, Ruben.
That's why like
cheer up.
I don't know what Ruben's doing right now, but if it didn't work out musically, he can always fall back on being the pastor. Because them singing pastors get all the hoes. The pastors that sing? Yeah, man.
See, that's the thing, man.
You make a lot of money.
That's the thing, man.
I never thought about pastors singing. Because I don't think I've ever seen.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Yeah, I don't think I ever seen that neither.
It's one pastor.
They always hand it off like to the choir, but like
that's cheating though.
That's
cheating.
I do think like that's a cheat code.
That's
for
low
sure.
key.
It
like,
is a
wow.
cheat code because the dude that was at my church, he was the assistant pastor, and he would do that part. When he left and opened up his own church, he had the praise team come in and sing, and they'd be singing. Then he come walking in and out late like the pastors do. Then he grabbed the mic and out sing the singers, and then he'd be like, "God damn, pastor."
It's like, dog, this nigga. So basically, he threw his own little MC Hammer concert every Sunday.
Basically, like this motherfucker came out sounding better than the Temptations, and the cat that's singing lead. What he gonna do? Nigga, pastor paying him.
He could be preaching, and then they say, they bring in a beat, and he be like, "That's why I wrote this next track."
What he would do? He would be talking about like something in the Lord. And then the music would come in, and he start coming in. Woo 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 woo.
And he was woo wooing too. Oh man, is there a sinner in the house tonight?
Stand up.
Oh man,
He pointed them out before you get them.
Stand up. Put your number on the napkin and pass it to me. Put your phone number on the napkin and pass it to me. Amen.
Because Al Green had a church, so you know wasn't nobody out singing Al Green in his own church.
Oh, I didn't know Al Green had a church.
Yeah, he had a gospel song.
I'd go to Al Green's church.
You went to Al Green's church?
No, I'd definitely go to Al Green's church. I wish.
He had a gospel song.
Before my day.
Everything is gonna be all right. You ain't gonna fuck around with Al Green.
He was just getting free money every weekend. Come on in and sit down and everything will be. Pass that plate around. All right. I think he probably. Man,
I don't know what the name of that church was it called the Church of Love and Happiness? Like, what was the name of the church?
Hey, real talk. Could I open up a funny ass church?
Hey, you probably could.
That's probably a name for that.
You could. You just have to fill out the paperwork. I had to go through it one time just to look through it. Yeah, you have to write You have to write like your own Bible, though. You ready for that?
Chat GP the fuck T. What? Yeah. AI. You know what I'm saying? What? I ain't writing a motherfucking thing. But it will be written.
It's a storefront over in West LA, like off Venice and I think Centinela, and it's called like the Church of Wine, the Ministry of something like Ministry of Wine, and it's like I was like, this can't be serious, so I Googled it, and I was like, I still don't all the way know. I gotta go and show up, but I think it looks as if it's a wine place registered under a church. And I'm like, what the fuck? So you probably can. Like that's a lot of good. You get tax-free wine? Shit.
Yeah, them tax incentives.
Man,
Yeah, you got to get like a board of directors. So you can't just be like the king of your own church. You have to have a governing body of the church. You could do it. It's America. You could have whatever church you wanted.
You could. Al Bundy did
wine.
that. Remember Al Bundy did that? You ever see the episode of Married with Children when he had the Church of Beer? That was like one of the funniest episodes ever.
What do you do?
Al Bundy had opened up a church of beer, and he put this wig on his head, this conch. And that's like one of the greatest episodes of Married with Children. Like No Ma'am was his board, and his ministers, the No Ma'am crew. Man, if y'all ain't seen that episode of Married with Children, y'all gotta go watch that shit. That was the funniest episode ever. Al was a pastor.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Al Bundy was one of my favorite like dads on TV back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't understand why he ain't want to smash Peggy. I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Peggy was cold for Al. That nigga sold shoes. And the way he made it seem, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, how the fuck he selling shoes on commission and all these shoes weak as hell. They don't never get no J's and then he just selling like regular ass shoes. How the fuck and then he will keep the crib. Nobody respected. But then remember they never had no food. Remember, it was a time where they be like, ooh, food. Remember that? They started going through that. I'm like, man, goddamn, these niggas don't be eating like that. And it was just like, man, what are they going through? Man. But I used to like
Peggy
them,
didn't cook.
Huh?
Peggy didn't cook. She never bought any food.
Right, so they just didn't have shit. But that's just fucked up. But that's what happens, though, because that nigga was the quarterback.
Poke high.
You know what I'm saying? Poke high. 4 touchdowns in one game. Which is like some regular shit for a good quarterback, but that's hilarious.
Right.
That like if you a quarterback that did that, that would be what you say.
Yeah.
Like you would always be like, yeah, I said, I threw 4 of them bitches one time. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna find a way to throw that out. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like you always get them cats it's sad when you get cats in their 40s and they still talking about their highlights being from their 18s and 20s.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like when you see some of these comics, they talk about that time that they had a standing O. Nigga, that standing ovation was in 2011, brother.
Damn.
Niggas
be doing that?
Yeah, like, hey, bro, chill.
The glory days, man.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's crazy.
Nigga,
the glory days is tomorrow, nigga.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Right.
But nigga, no, like, damn, you just blew me with that shit. I can't believe that.
Yeah, cats be old. Like the cats that talk about their hooping days. Like, nigga, you lost your hairline and your game. Just stop talking about your hooping days. Them days is long gone.
Damn, that's deep. I'm trying to think, because I ain't gonna lie. I took martial arts, right? And I had this one nigga in mind who was always talking shit. And then I got to use it on him.
You got to use your martial?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Hey, now, you can't you got to tell that story. I don't know. I heard that you got, like, where you do jiu-jitsu. What the fuck? What happened?
Oh, man. We was at the bus stop. Me and my nigga Dante. Shout out to my brother Dante. Matter of fact, he just bought a house, dog, which is hard. I mean, you know, like, we grew up together. He bought a fucking crib. That's crazy. Moved out the hood. That's my dog. Shout out to him. He with me, though. We at the bus stop. Leaving. We was going to Cass.
Yeah. At
the time, right? I got kicked out. He left to play football at 4, but we only did 9th grade at that bitch. We was legendary. You know what I'm saying? We was the only niggas from Brightmoor that went to Cass that year, like, that we used to catch the bus. And I don't think nobody else did. So, they got the bus stop talking shit, whatever. But I was already engaged. I was ready for it. I've been training every day. I had on some Nautica boots too. So
okay, yeah.
Man, so I've been practicing this little fake out spinning roundhouse kick, but I've been literally practicing it. I swear to God, that nigga pushed me, and the way it is, you gotta throw you have to almost like turn around and throw your momentum around the other way. So the best way to do it is like, man, I don't even want no product. I mean, act like I was turning around, but I came back around, bop, bop, with the kick. Bam! Kick that nigga. Now, mind you, my nigga Dante played football. So he used to always be like, man, why your mom got you in, in martial arts? I'm like, well, nigga, because I was like super skinny. I'm like, bro, I never wanted to play football. I was a hoop. And then I wanted to do karate. You know what I'm saying? So he like, whatever, you should play football. I'm like, nigga, you should do karate. This shit fun. You know what I'm saying? And it be hoes in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not like hoes, but that's how we would talk. You feel me? But they were like regular girls. It was like 8th graders and 9th graders like us. You feel me? But it's fucked up to call them hoes, but that's what we did.
That's what we called them back then.
Yeah, that's what we did. It's crazy. So anyway, and so fast forward, when that happened, we went back to the same hood. So the witness of it came back to the hood with me. So it was like I did karate on a nigga at school.
That's a karate.
And then the nigga who was with me was from my hood. So we got back to my hood and the story was told.
That's a dream to anybody who
bro,
grew up watching.
It's such a fucking dream, bro.
Anybody who grew up watching The Last Dragon, nigga, that is a dream. You Bruce Leroy, nigga.
Dog.
That's what's up.
So and then I tried to follow it up with a sidekick, which is usually supposed to be like supposed to make a nigga stomach hurt, go down to the ground. But he caught that bitch. So then we just both went down to the ground and then niggas broke it up. So the only lick was the kick, but the quick was with a nautical boot, and it was so vicious and it was perfect. It was so perfect. I'm gonna bring some pictures in next podcast so y'all can see like how high I used to get my feet, bro. Like I was really into it. And man, who was this? DJ, they said I needed a reason. That's all I needed was a reason, bro. That's all I needed, dog. And I went home and told my mom, like, guess who I kicked the shit out of today? And she was like, yeah, right. And I was like, Dante was there. And then Dante was like, yo.
And you had a witness.
Oh my God, I had a witness.
That's what make it work.
That's what make it work, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Little shit that happened to you in your hoods. I mean, in your life sometimes, but in your hood too. But it just like it make you like your own little legend in your own right. And shit like that build up your confidence enough to just, you know what I'm saying, always expect little shit from yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I did that.
You know what I'm saying? For real. Straight up. Maya looking like we're fucking Neanderthals, but that was a big moment. You know what I'm saying? I was 14, man. That was a big ass deal.
Hell yeah, it's a big
No,
deal.
Yeah,
that
it's
nigga
just
pushed the shit out of me.
It's supposed to learn in martial arts to never engage.
Right, but
Unless,
it don't say.
You
but it don't say
unless
you
they
never.
got you in the corner.
Yeah, but it don't say that you can't not want to engage. I definitely want to engage, but it's like, what the nigga 50 say? The nigga said, I don't want a problem. But if a nigga want a problem, I say no problem. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I was ready.
I never learned.
I cannot do that shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is over. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like nigga security. But you know what I'm saying? But back then that shit was like, that was a big deal, man. That could have been like that, that shit felt like that movie Inkwell or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it was just like a triumphant kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Man, like my dad and my brother both knew karate. I never learned it. Like my brother learned it, but like they both like 5'8". I'm 6'2", so I never felt like, I was my dad and my brother's height by the time I got to 11 years old.
Damn.
And so I never really wanted to learn it. But my dad learned karate under Chuck Norris in the 60s,
Wow.
late 60s.
And you so arrogant, you didn't want to learn karate under Chuck Norris?
No, Chuck Norris was an actor by then. Like,
right, but I'm saying under a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, that's like getting a puppy from the nigga who got the puppy from the nigga. It's like, nigga, you in the bloodline.
My dad went to Chuck Norris in school when he did Enter the Dragon. Like, that's when Chuck Norris stopped teaching because he's in movies by then. But before he got the
Yeah.
I was like, I want to learn. But once my dad did one of the sidekicks in my chest, I was like,
oh yeah,
showing
them
me.
sidekicks is hard.
Yeah, he had me hold the pad. He kicked me in my chest, and I still felt
that's
that
the one
shit.
where he looking over his shoulder right here.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, nah, I'm gonna go play basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
let me
man,
shoot 3-pointers.
I had a move on that one too. I used to do where it was like a 3-step run back bait.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know what I'm saying, you engage a nigga, and then the same thing, you act like you retreating and turn your back enough. So it's 3 steps to engage that, and they chasing you, and you stop on a dime. Boom.
So
you know what I'm saying?
That's Sweet Chin Me. That's Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
Sweet Chin Michaels.
basically.
Music.
Yeah. You feel me? But you know, that's like, you know, like dog, like, you know. That's
Yeah.
like, but I feel like Al Bundy telling old karate stories. Like, nigga, and then we was at the tournament, you know what I'm saying? And we ain't had no waters, you feel me? We was sweating under them, you know what I'm saying? We was at the tournament.
But I think you saying that because you ain't got no desires to fight nobody now. That's an old state. You ain't. Some people say it's when you say it because you bragging about something. You ain't trying to fight nobody now. That's an old chapter in your life where it's like I'm done with that.
Yeah, oh my God, I don't even think about that kind of shit. Actually, like I want to get my daughters into like some martial arts and just do some cool shit with them. But also, I be seeing like these white kids, bro, that be like little kids be loading Glocks and unloading Glocks, and they be like, man, like, do I need to teach them that too?
Yeah, them white kids, they be learning at 6.
Yeah.
I be on the shooting range. I was at the shooting range a couple weeks ago, and they had like it was like a few like it was like an outdoor ranges that have like an old Western setup where, and I saw like 11-year-olds going down the range, boom, coming and running to the next one like drills, like middle school age.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's like, man, it's like I don't know who's right and who's wrong. I'm a military. My dad was in the military. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know. I was on that shit early. Like we all been, you know what I'm saying, and on my side of the family, just on that shit. And my dad's always been on that. And it's like, man, but like now it's like, you know, it's like as now I'm the parent, it's like, dog, what do you do?
Teach them.
Well, if you have them in the house, you might want to teach them gun safety.
Only use it in the house because I got my CCW, but like times out here, man. You get sued for so much shit if you even pull it out. You know what I mean? It's not even worth it. But inside that house, you want them to be as safe. If they already gonna be there and it's in there, at least teach them the accuracy. So if something happens inside that house, and just let them know don't cross his door with it. You know what I mean? You straight.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be out one day and they need to use it, or they just come across it and you don't want them playing with it.
Yeah, no. And then everything I got snap caps for it too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and so I always, anything I always buy, you know, because like, you know, like most guys, like, you know, I don't need to talk about it, but it's like we always, you know, get toys and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you do that, you get the snap caps just so you can practice the run through and all of that. And so I usually always get snap caps, and that's just important to practice with.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Public service announcement to y'all.
Yeah, man.
Safety. Safety first.
Safety is what it is, man. Safety is what it's about, for real. What else is going on, bro?
There's a lot going on in the news right now. You got you see all this shit going on with what's her name? Looking like Betty Boop, the fake ass
Ice Spice?
Yeah.
What about her? She get on my nerves, bro.
Yeah, it's like not only did she do all that provocative shit in front of grandmas, the bars sucked.
Well, yeah, you know, of course the bar. I mean, you know, ain't nobody worrying about them goddamn bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they don't care. She twerking at deli. You ever been in the deli?
I mean, dog, regular deli? Hell yeah.
Nobody want to fucking
300 for no reason.
Anybody finna twerk in there? Like, get your ass out the goddamn deli. Why are you twerking in a deli? What do you think about her, Maya? Do you think that she like a little plant or something?
I don't know. I assume kids like her because she's super pretty.
You think she's super pretty?
Yeah, I think, you know, they put everything out there. Like, there's any kind of artist you could possibly want out there right now. And then it depends what the audience wants. Like, you can't force people to like something.
You can.
So they can put her out there. You can show it to them a bunch. But, you know there's other people better than her out there. But if that's what people like, that's what they like. It's on the audience.
I look at the last, like, 3 or 4 years. They've been throwing everything at us. It started with it was the Glorilla, Sexy Red, Ice Spice, and they've been throwing all these people out there. I'm not here to hate on them or nothing like that, but there are more talented people out there. That's obvious. You know, they don't push Rhapsody. There's all kind of women out there, no name that really got skills. They, you know, because music is all about exposure. It's like what you exposed to. Most people just gonna listen to what they exposed to. And you put that out there 16 times an hour, them songs, it's like, who sent you? And then when you listen to her actually rap, it's like, at least back in the day when you listen to Lil' Kim, you saw her doing that bullshit. But then you hear her rap, she be like, hey, well, she do got some motherfucking bars at least back then. But Ice Spice, you hear that? That shit sound like motherfucking ice cream truck music.
She just came in this deli. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like her ass cheeks, it's like, all right, man. They, they just be out too much. And it's just like, dog, now what? It's just like in a minute, bro, it's gonna just be
So here's what I don't get, and it might be because I'm a girl, so you just let me know. I don't understand why guys don't just listen to music that's good and then go watch porn and keep them separate. Like, why do you want your porn and your music together?
because it's called a combo meal. Hello, like fries, a drink, and a toy come with the burger. No, I'm just joking.
I don't know any dudes that listen to Ice Spice.
You said what?
I don't know any dudes that listen to any of them. Maybe the 20-year-old dudes. Maybe I don't know.
Different demographic.
Demographic. But most people I see like that'd be fun. It'd be like I don't. First, and then we see their record sales. It's not like back in the 90s. Number one had to sell like 1 million copies. Now number one is selling like 20,000 copies. So it's like, are people like really listening, or are they being forced on us?
Yeah, I didn't like the City Girls drop recently, and it had some super low numbers. Can we look up their numbers real quick? I know it was crazy.
It was like 7K for the first week,
Right?
But they had no they didn't do no promo, no marketing. But nobody knew they had an album coming out either.
Man, but man, like, yeah, I can
You're
see
like your
that.
name doesn't mean anything if nobody knows that you're going to drop. Unless you already had established a huge name for yourself.
I was about to
Like
say,
City
but that's
Girls had
not-
their name, like their music was a big deal like 2018, 2019. They had songs that's playing in the club and stuff. But since then they've kind of done separate things. And that's 4 years or 3 or 4 years where nobody knows what's going on.
But see, still though, like I mean, I can name 5 artists who do surprise drops who are as big or bigger a little bit than them. But like Drake might do Drake's as the top. Okay, fine. But Future might do a surprise album, or Beyonce might do a surprise album. Of course, these are people who are at the top. But like Kodak might do a surprise album. You know what I'm saying? Like Nicki might do a surprise album. It's like these people supposedly have a fan base that's huge.
Not, dude. Everybody you name is way bigger than City Girls.
I mean, but
marginally
the City
bigger.
Girls got a different kind of wave. I feel like I wasn't, the music wasn't for me, but they had a crazy ass wave, and people still are, like it's like they were wrapped up in that whole Megan run. It was like the Megan run, the City Girl run. You ain't know if Megan was in the City Girls and when you first find out about who they were, you didn't know what was going on.
I think the movements that people see, they seem bigger than they actually are. Because City Girls ain't never been that big for real. Like they never been that huge. And they're on the same label with Migos and Lil Baby and Lil Yachty and all that stuff like that. Those guys are outside of maybe like Yachty, they're bigger than them. And like I said, the last time they
Yachty bigger than them. Yachty is way bigger.
Well, now he is, but before no, he wasn't. And they came out. It took them a minute. Then they got their stuff together. But Yachty be writing stuff for them too, so it kind of work in tandem. Their resources is poured into Lil Baby anyway. But everybody you name is bigger than City Girls by far margin. They're not as big as we think. They have a personality that people like, and that's the thing. Like people are attached to their personalities more so than their music. Right. So when it's time for you to drop your music, we like you, but we might not tune in that much.
To put into perspective, if it's 10,000, somebody said Dejanay said it was 10,000.
Yeah, it might not even be that much.
Yeah, see, it's like I think when you it's a difference between what the artists that they like. When I do my music talk, my music history, you gotta draw a line between pop artists and artists. Like a lot of your regular artists will sell way more, will push way more units and sell out way more tickets at a concert than these people that we call pop. Because they're just throwing people in front of us that don't really have no substance in their music. If your music got some kind of substance in it, like I remember, like D'Angelo, he never was the most popular, even in R&B. He was never the most popular. He drops one album a decade. But when he dropped that Black Messiah album, it sold like 300,000 copies in 1 week, and it had no announcement. And he hadn't dropped the album like in 15 years. But because he gave us so much substance on that previous album, it was like sight unseen. I gotta get it because it was just something.
Can I tell you something? Go ahead. Can I tell you something else too? At that time, music videos was dropping like movie trailers. You know what I'm saying? So what would happen is, if you was dropping an album, all you had to do was drop a music video and let drop the video for the single, and then after that you build the frenzy up. It's on 106 and Park. You probably could low key pay to get them slots. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't hard. Pay your way, be on number 7. And you go, okay, I'm number 7 and 1 assist apart this week. Like, trust me, if you got the bread, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? So that was the promo. That was the promo right there. It was easy.
There's no marketing. They don't do marketing like that nowadays.
But they don't do music videos like that anymore. Like, you don't even know where you see music videos at. Where you watching music videos?
YouTube is the only place where they're gonna go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They can't go anywhere else. I mean, like, because nobody's watching music videos on MTV. It's ridiculousness 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, you know, BET don't even do, you know, 106 is gone, Rhapsody's gone. All those kind of places where that stuff lives has died off because of all the other things that's going on. Music videos don't necessarily help with the marketing part of it either. Really. I've seen people, we had in the past like 7 years or so, they'll drop a whole project and won't do one video from it. It's just, that's just a, you know, it's just a thing.
See, that's crazy though, because that used to be that was like our main shit. Like that's how I found out about like Bone Thugs and Harmony and shit like that. That was on the box.
You at the crossroads.
I was like, who the fuck is these niggas?
It's a different thing for music discovery. That's the way music is discovered nowadays is not necessarily by like platforms or bigger platforms and stuff like that. It's either through like social media or like some kind of word of mouth or something like that, because everybody can put something out there. Everybody has a way to release something or anything like that. So it's like it'll get to you or it won't. And if it does, then that was just the time for it to hit you.
Just said something in the comments, which I agree with. Rap City need a reboot.
For sure.
And you know what I'm saying? What's crazy is like all of the elements is there, right? Like everybody is interviewing the new artists, but they doing it on these podcast type of platforms, right? Artists is doing the freestyle. So you have somebody like Simba going crazy with a freestyle, and it's just on Funk Master Flex or Sway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like that could just be right on Rap City. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, Rap City. We need Video Soul back. We need some love music back in this motherfucker.
Oh man.
We need somebody sitting on the couch like Donnie Simpson. Next video up is he loves her by Smooth Nigga Jam.
Yeah, it ain't like that no more. It's bend that ass over. Let that coochie breathe. Let that coochie breathe. Hey, so peep this though. I heard some shit recently about how there's a possibility that there is a place on the moon that people are like abducted people are being taken to, and their body parts, their bodies, different shit from them are being sold intergalactically to other races of aliens.
Where did you hear that?
You say what?
Where did you hear that?
That someone sent it to me and I watched it.
Send it to me, because that sounds like it's a sci-fi story.
Hold on. Watch this. Because I learned my lesson. I was about to tell Amir to pull it up, but he'll pull it up right on the screen. But I didn't even have to do that. I'll tell you right now what I was watching.
I do believe aliens. It's shit going on the moon now. What they doing on the moon, I don't know.
There's a lady named Rebecca Rose who was on Super Soldier Talk. And she talked about how she was a child and like past different lives dealing with like different races of aliens on this moon base, and how they used to take children because it wouldn't affect their bodies going intergalactically traveling back and forth. It's all kind of shit. And so it's like, and she said this was back in the 70s.
Okay, the 70s was about, 10, 20 years after acid hit. Like a lot of people had active imaginations in the 70s. Just keep that in mind. Okay. Is it this lady? Where is it?
Yeah, look up Soldier Talk.
It's not past life regression.
Somebody asked me.
No. She does do a lot of past life progression. Like she talks about like her past lives, multidimensional, all this shit. Like
this lady?
Yeah, that's her right here. Yeah, I ain't say
creepy.
I ain't say she was cold. I'm just saying like look at this shit I found.
Somebody asked me to do a past life reading today in my cards. I was like, I can, but shit, we live on Earth now. The fuck is a past life reading gonna do?
Wait a minute. Whoa. Let me ask you a question. So you've done past life readings before while Maya's looking up for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, so then we were talking about the other day how I don't believe that this Earth is 10 billion years old. And how the scientists are being able to carbon date the layers, and then we have to trust them when they make mistakes all the time. when they miscalculate all the time, when they, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you know, she said it was how many years, Maya? 400 billion?
It's 4.
4.6 or something like that.
4.6 billion years.
I think it's older than that.
Oh my God.
I just have a feel. I have a feeling. I just, you know.
Okay, so but that's what I'm asking you. So when you go to these past lives, like, are they past lives in this timeline that we know of, or are they past lives in another way of the world?
They're on this frequency, that this particular dimension that we're in is now. Now, we do live in a multidimensional reality. There are all kinds of shit going on this planet at the same time. So when you
What you mean by that, on this planet?
Like right now, like you got all kind of shit in the ocean. That's whole worlds in the ocean that we don't know a goddamn thing about. You know, you got things. You got life inner Earth. You know, inside these big ass caves. You got, I mean, under the Earth. I'm pretty sure that there's life that's inside of Earth. It's all kind of things. It's different dimensions probably happening right here in front of us. You know, I believe all that stuff is true. You know, I don't care. I don't box out nothing. But what I don't spend too much time on past life stuff. I think it's ridiculous, honestly, because we only thing we got is the present. But there are some people who are real curious, and I don't really market that side of my business. But if they're willing to pay it, I'll go there. You know what I mean? And what you see, what I see in my card readings on that is what was mostly going on your last time here, and like certain karmas that you left here, and certain things that you didn't really finish that you came back here to redo. I can read that. That's more so what I stick to.
Okay. Fuck it. Do you want to do a past life reading on me?
Let me see. I don't know if I don't. A past
I mean,
life,
I don't put you on the spot. I don't put you on the spot, bro. But I be wanting to know what I was on. But I won't put you on the spot.
See, I'm gonna see my it's a chart that I use that I have at home that I don't think I can access to get to your life, your previous. The only spreads I have here with me are like 0 up. Let me see here. What's your birthday? Okay. Come on now. All right. Let me see what I could. Let me give you an example on how to
tell everybody my birthday, because motherfuckers be like, got him.
I feel like you told them before.
Yeah.
What year?
Gonna put some drawers in the ground. You say what?
What year? You said.
Hold on.
Name the NBA championship. I'll tell you. If it was 83, that's the Philadelphia 76ers. 84 Celtics. 85 Lakers. 86 Celtics. 87 Lakers. 88 Lakers. 89 Pistons. Okay. That's how I remember years by who won the NBA championship.
88, 89 was Pistons, right?
88, 89 was Pistons. Yeah.
No. 89, 90 was a Pistons.
That too. That was the back-to-back.
Well, I'm just saying, like, in 89 and then 90. But I feel what you're saying 80, 89, 89, 90.
87, 88 was Lakers. My dad still got the big head Magic Johnson shirt.
I still remember, like, the sweep.
Man, fuck that sweep. Magic got hurt. That's how I look at that. Magic got hurt. If Magic didn't get hurt, Lakers would have went.
Yeah. If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Fuck you, Pat Riley.
What Pat Riley do? I like Pat Riley.
Nah, Pat Riley. The reason why he was hurt, Magic got hurt, was because Pat Riley took the Lakers up to count. We was 11-0 in the playoffs. We had an 11-day rest between, because the Pistons was still struggling against the Celtics, and he took the team up to goddamn Santa Barbara, and that's when Magic and Scott got hurt, pulled his hamstring. He had them practices. Okay, so here we go. What I see, on what I have on my scale I have here, I don't have the previous, but I have what you came here with, as you incarnated on this planet. And one thing I do see is when you came here to incarnate, your one of your overall arching goals in life was to master your emotional state. And so what that means, you must have had to go through some shit when you got here that challenged your emotions early on in life, to make you question some kind of shit going on, and then it's basically a challenge for you to one day get through. And one of your thing is, and you've been brought here to master emotional things, and also to work with people. Another thing you came here with is to get people and work in partnerships. And you're gonna have. I'm pretty sure as you've gotten clearer in your life and what your purpose is, you found people sort of coming to you. You no matter how hard you worked, the connections wouldn't come until you sat back and relaxed. And when you relaxed and just did what you did, you started noticing as your connections started to come, it was really came out of you doing your own thing versus you chasing niggas down. Yeah. Ain't that about how it worked?
Yeah.
Some niggas got to chase niggas down. But I could tell basically on your card spread that ain't the way that you get through life. You just show you do your shit and it attracts to you. It comes to you.
I had to learn that though. I always, I used to feel like I was the best.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like when I was working in that advertising agency and I was trying to get creative deals out, and I was just so aggressive on them, like, because I started from damn near the mailroom before I ended up all the way to writing commercials for Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking about going through a phase where I'm like trying to like show these niggas that I'm creative.
It wasn't working,
and them telling me like to my face like you're not creative enough, which is crazy.
Right.
Which is crazy to me. I'm like, wait, what? I mean, and now I look at what I do, and it's like, man, it's just the dope shit was knocking on those doors, and being able to try to pitch myself so hard to the point where now I pitch and I pitch TV shows and I pitch opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like a way better situation. And I think, that's real. And I've always felt that way too. Like people need to just sit back and let people come to them. You got to show them.
Yeah, like everybody has their own way. That's why like hard, like for you, your way is really just honing your craft and just really just being in your world, because as you hone your craft, people come drawn to you and come to you. But there are some people that say you're for a dime, but just say if your card was say it says somebody comes to me for a reading and their card to say like eight of spades. I'm gonna tell them you're gonna have to be in everybody's face. They ain't gonna come to you, bro. You're gonna have to knock doors down, pound pavement. Everybody got their own way. Yeah. And when you understand your way, your birth chart and your field and what works for you, you can mind that down. Like if someone called me and they have an eight of hearts, eight of clubs, I'm like eight of spades, 10 of spades. I'm gonna be like, bro, yeah, 3 of spades, you're gonna have to put in a lot of work, and it's gonna be a lot of work. And it's gonna look like, yeah, you're gonna have to knock every door down. It's not gonna come to you. But a 4 of diamonds, oh yeah, you just got to put in the work, and just show it and polish it. And when it's polished and ready to be shined, those kind of people attract. So yeah, I could tell you, yeah, that's always gonna work for you. Another thing that's always gonna work for you is this: your creativity is random as fuck. Like you be out there, like I'm sure your creativity come at the worst times you can't even write it down. It just hits you.
I don't even write it down no more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You have 10 of clubs in your rounders.
I don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Like like when I hear jokes in my head or when I get ideas, I start laughing immediately. And it's like somebody just told me the joke. It's like I just heard it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit, now I know it because I can hear it. I can hear how it's gonna go. I can hear how I'm about to explain it. Like I could just hear it. Like, oh, then I'm gonna say this, and I damn near be excited to get on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that worked for you, man.
But okay, so let me ask you a question real quick. So my Patreon, they want to know, what does it mean to be an 8 of diamonds? You mentioned that.
8 of diamonds is somebody. Oh yeah, that Neptune. 8 of diamonds is somebody that the look means a lot to you. Like they're very polished people. If you're an 8 of diamonds person, them shoes are gonna be crisp. You know what I mean? They gonna come out fly. The biggest issue with 8 of diamonds people is they be flaky as hell. They be the ones that be like, okay, girl, I'll see you, and they ain't gonna go do that shit. You know what I mean? But on a surface level, that shit gonna look clean, polished. But they gotta watch out for fickleness. Fickleness. The 8 of diamonds person is. Let me see what they say. They probably fickle as hell, and they know they fickle. But
she said, "I'm hella flaky."
Yeah, but when she find herself getting through that flakiness, and then whenever she sticks to something, that should be dope. 8 of diamonds people be creating dope shit, but fickleness be fucking with them.
Man, y'all give me some birthdays,
No.
man.
You said my
wait. I just am kind of in the middle here because on the one hand, I've seen horoscopes really come through, especially the Chinese horoscopes. Sometimes those are freaky accurate. But then on the other hand, I'm reminded of what this guy said. I want to say it was Cicero. I'm not sure if it was Cicero or not. But there was this huge battle called the Battle of Cannae. And like every one of those Roman soldiers was killed. Like there's 25,000 of them. And they all died that day. It was like It was a massive slaughter. And he goes, I don't believe in astrology because did they all have the same birth chart? Like, no, but they all died that day.
Well, shit happen. Like sometimes niggas gonna die. Niggas gonna die. Like, look, if you going into battle, yeah.
Right.
It ain't about your chart at that point.
Or like that's
It's
like
not
saying,
about
like,
your chart at that point. Okay,
right,
that's
but-
what I was wondering. Because if
Yeah,
you're in a
battle.
situation where it's like the bullets are flying, is it really about your chart right now?
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so like let's say like they have like mass shootings and all those people die in that day, right? Then it's like you hear about people coming into this earth with karma or stuff that they want to complete. A lot of that can be from a life ended too soon. Like your timeline is your timeline. Like sometimes you may not have a future in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just like this is just where it stops. Especially, you know, like it's like I feel what you're saying though, but
Like card reading is like a range of possibilities. I can't say okay, you're gonna go down. I don't even like doing predictions on death and shit like that. But sometimes when I go back and read a death, like from Nipsey's death to Kobe, like they all had a 5 of spades in their card the week that they died, and I know the 5 of spades represents a violent death. You know, and so you can see that, but 5 of spades also represents a death. It could be violent death. Could be a violent death of something that was holding on to you that wasn't good for you. A violent like death of a relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean death. Like it could be death of a relationship, death of an era in your life. So it's just a range of possibilities. But at the same time, just say because there's other angles you can read from. Say I don't read that person's individual chart. But I am reading the chart for the country or the chart for that battalion. And what is it? You know, if I get the date from when something was originated, you know, for a certain battalion, I can chart out what's in the chart that day or that week for whatever regiment is under this particular organization. That can't happen. And anyone who enters that, now people who it may not be their time, they spirit gonna be like, you ever hear 9/11 stories? Like, man, I was gonna go to work, but I didn't go to work, or my car caught a flat. Some bullshit happened to me for me not to get there. If your chart has you explicitly doing something way bigger, you'll be the nigga that didn't go to work that day. You know what I mean? But sometimes that particular thing has a due date that it has to go through something. But that be getting too deep. Like I can explain it, but it's one of the things where with cards, I do my best to not overthink this shit. You know, just really just let my spirit tell me what's gonna happen. And after that, they can go back to living.
Right. Let me ask you a question though. But to Maya's point, is there ever a reading where you're like, oh shit, bro, you about to die?
No, I've never had that.
Okay.
But I have had readings like where it was just like, well, this would have happened in a reading. If I see like, especially certain spades come up in your deck, this has happened a fair amount of times where it's like, look, you have some very strong, you know, illness type energy in your field. So whatever you do, you got to make sure that you living on the cards will show you, okay, if you keep going down this road, this is what's probably gonna happen to you because this shit ain't been working. Now you can change it, but that's your personal choice. That's your personal destiny. All cards have a high side and the low side of what the probabilities are. When I do a reading, I'll read both sides. I'll read like, okay, if you're on your shit, this is the field of possibilities. If you bullshit and you know you bullshitting, that ace of spades right there tell me that it ain't looking good. So
Gotcha.
you do get that. And then there have been times where it's like I had because I don't be remembering what the fuck I read. I had somebody send me a voicemail on a Facebook Messenger. He said I told him that he and his brother was gonna fall out. I don't remember that saying none of that shit.
I mean, that's kind of like inevitable. You and your brother fall out or something.
But he had said that they were best friends. They had never fell out before. Like they never had that kind of relationship. So when I told him that in the reading, he was kind of like, that's some bullshit. And then 4 months later, I don't know where the fuck that came from. But sometimes you go through these different, whatever that challenge is really setting you up for whatever your ultimate goal is for both people's side. You had to go through that little rough up period. So yeah, it's just the cards kind of just give you a range of what can possibly happen, but it's really up to you on how you play it.
Okay, so I don't want to be getting too deep, and the motherfucking people are ready to throw their birthday on the thing. So I'm gonna start with Stay Busy, 5/9/96.
5'9".
Mhm.
I think that is a Ace of Spades day, but let me make sure. Let me go back. Let me go back to. Let me go. I have my calendar. This shit going slow. I don't even remember certain birthdays off the top of my head. That's only if it's near somebody. If I know that person. 5'9". Oh, 10 of diamonds. Oh, I know some 10 of diamonds people. Y'all some complicated motherfuckers, boy. That person right there is very like values mean a lot to them. They can't make money with people they don't fuck with. Now, some people you can work with people. Like if you're a 3 of spades person, 2 of spades, you can work with people you don't fuck with. That person can't really work with people they don't fuck with. And substance, like, you gotta show them the money. You can't hit that nigga with faith. Whoever that 10 of diamonds person is, you can't hit them with, oh, one day. You're gonna have to prove that shit. That like the faith shit is only gonna last for so long. If they ain't got nothing tangible in their hands soon, they're gonna be like, nah, bruh. you better come real with it. But the biggest thing for them is just know their worth. Know their worth.
I wish you'd have said that about mine. That was sweet as hell. My shit was like, you gotta really just learn from people. Be here to be a vessel for people. Like, man, fuck all that. All right, all right, all right. Let's do just be 1/11/81.
Oh, they're a spade. Which spade are they? 1/11. What spade are you? 3 of spades. Oh, that person they had a hard time finding their path. Like 3 of spades. Though that's a hard card to be under because it's really hard to focus with that card. Like they hella talented, probably super smart, but they just like a lot like that's another one of those cards that that's the wanderer. Like they sort of had to wander through and focus. That's another hard focus card. They deal with like they be finding themselves in petty issues, petty challenges. People kind of be fucking with them, and they don't know why. And they can tend to be petty with other people too. Hey, that's probably why people be fucking with them. 3 straight people can be real petty. Just like watch out, like petty shit is what be like when she gets into petty issues. That's what fucks her up. Like focus on what you really want, not that petty shit.
Gotcha. Damn. All right, just be okay. This next one, her name Dejanay. Everybody remember her birthday, cause she on here talking about she trying to give people birthdays out. She is 2/3/90.
2/3. 9 of spades, overthinker. Overthinking and super disappointed. Like they get that's a hard card to she's dealt with a fuck ton of disappointment. It's like every time she seems like she put her trust into somebody, they do something that she gets let down a lot.
Oh, she about to turn on the Mary J. Blige.
yeah. She probably love Mary J. She probably like Faith Evans, Mary J. Yeah, anybody to sing about heartbreak because people be and it's a lot of it is because like sometimes she sets her expectations way too high. People can't get to it. But the other part is she probably had somebody young in her life when she was young. A 9 of spades. Let me see where her Venus card is. I'm gonna show you how accurate this can get. Let me see what her Venus card real quick is. I'm gonna tell you who it was that fucked with her. 9 of spades. Okay, 2 of hearts and King of hearts and oh, she had a over emotional mom and a very strict father. Father, I don't know father, but her father was rigid and very, very like her. But it was a good dude. But the mother was emotional. Like the mother was a lot for her to deal with. I'm sure.
Fucking her up. She like, damn. She said she met her dad at 19.
Yeah, he was gone. Like King of Diamonds, fathers. Yeah, they be out there. But and then or if they're present, they hard ass to live under. So it's like if he was there, he probably would have been like hella hard on her. And it probably would have been worse.
She said everything else is right though. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, she gonna cry in the car. All right. What up, Eric D? 6/3/89.
6/3.
This is why it pays to be a Patreon, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, CP Podcast. I mean, Dwann, and y'all can book y'all readings too. That's the thing. Like Dwann, like I guess he like sells this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is what he does. And y'all can. I'll tell y'all how to get in contact with him at the end.
Yeah.
But right now we gonna go through. So what's the 6/3?
Ace of Spades. That person be hiding. Like Ace of Spades people, they hide who they really are. They probably got like a name, a different screen name that's not their real name. They probably like have a alter ego kind of name. Super smart, but very sensitive. And the sensitivity is why they hide so much. Like the Ace of Spades people got to realize that they can't be hurt. Like stop allowing that whatever happened to you at a young age that made you go into sort of hide. You're stronger than that. But at the same time, they so smart. And they're very observant, very cunning too. Ace of Spades people, that person probably be seeing the whole field and know what everybody up to, but then don't want nobody else knowing what they up to. Tell me if they say to that.
Hold on, I'm about to
They
say
probably
what he
be
said right now.
probably got a
Damn, I think he left. All right, let's see.
Ace of
Damn.
Spades ass nigga.
Damn, Eric D. That ain't even your real name, Eric D. You ain't no cop, J. Reed. All right, let me see. Okay, Tiffany, 7/27/89.
Ace of Clubs.
Oh, Eric D said you was kind of accurate too. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay. Ace of Clubs, that person, they be in their own world mentally, kind of just like very, very they're very learning. That very thirsty for knowledge. Like she's very curious, and she not gonna say no when she wants to learn something, when she wants to know something. She gonna keep going till she figure that shit out. Like it ain't no like telling her no when it comes to information. She needs to know, wants to know. Biggest thing for her is just staying open minded. As long as she stays open minded, she's good. Like stay curious. Stay curious. That's where her greatness is always gonna be in staying curious.
I have a question. Do you believe in free will?
Yes, of course.
Well, I was just saying that because I was listening to this really interesting lecture yesterday. This guy wrote this book called Determined, A Science of Life Without Free Will. And he makes a pretty good case that, basically your life is determined based how your parents are, based where you're born, how you were raised, things that happened to you as a kid. So according to him, there's no such thing as free will. Now, I personally believe in free will, but if you can read someone's card for the next week, wouldn't that go to say that there's less free will?
Well, no, because the cards is still a really wide range of possibilities. And when every card still offers an infinite amount of possibilities. But think about it like this. Like in my cards, if someone came to me and said, you're going to trek Mount Everest, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's for me, that's not within the range of what I got going. But for the person sitting next to me, if you read the next person, they'll be like, oh, I've always wanted to do that. You ever like but even though I don't want to visit Mount Everest, even though I have no desire to visit Neptune, within what I do want to do in life and do want to get accomplished, there's still an infinite amount of things that I want to get done, that I would like to get done, that I would aspire to be, and there's just not enough time for me to do everything that's within my field of free will. Like I still have free will. Like my free will in college was, I had a choice between going to college and not going to college. I had a choice between majoring in what I majored in and choosing something different. I have free wills on which clients I take. Free will every day I wake up. We're the masters of all of our decisions, and we make them. But the field of possibilities, the field of that decision, is determined. That's what they're saying comes into play, because there's that constant battle between nurture and nature. How you're nurtured really does matter. Like who you are from 0 to 8 during that theta state. Because before I read cards, I worked in mental health for 15 years, so I'm way more OG in their traditional forms of thought than this esoteric shit, I learned this because I worked so long in mental health. I went this close to nervous breakdown and depression and major depression from working with so many children of molestation and divorces and rapes. That was me 15 clients a week, and so you do see that, what a person is impacted with between the ages of 0 and 7 absolutely determines like how they see things in their fields of possibilities and their ranges. Like my cousins, even though one of my cousins, we got the same birthday, but that nigga was a killer. We got the same birthday. We bought the same card. Mm-hmm. That nigga was a killer. And I'm the kind of person, if I see a spider, I'm gonna try to get around it. I don't like killing shit.
So basically what you're saying is that like the cards give you a map into how this person would handle certain kind of adversities, and it's always a flip side to everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this person doesn't like working with people. This person likes to, this is a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this person, it's like this person is super sensitive.
Like my card, I'm a king of clubs. That's the master teacher.
Mhm.
Malcolm X was the king of clubs. Teaching to us king of clubs people comes very easy. Getting information and disseminating it comes easy. But it's also the card of law enforcement and the card of police and abuse. So if I'm someone from 0 to 7, I've been abused. I've grown up in abusive environments like my cousin did, same birthday. That king of clubs is going to play out. He's still teaching lessons.
Right.
I'm teaching lessons with rhetoric. He teaching lessons with a gun and a knife. Don't fuck with me. It's still a lesson. Like every lesson that gets taught ain't a lesson that we necessarily want to talk to us.
But I mean, you being funny, but it's like he might have a little nigga who he really, fuck with on some like, I'm gonna show you how the game go. Even if he locked up, he talking to niggas and teaching niggas like, yo, man, this how see what they try to do, right?
Yeah.
And so like what happens is like, we always look at those super militant leader focused brothers that are in prison, and you think like, damn, that's dope. But then you think like, nigga, what did they do to get there? They once was a wild nigga who was doing all of the other shit, and so like I think that in my opinion, when it come down to this kind of horoscope type shit, it's like you almost like reading like best case scenario, because that's like the easiest. That's like the most commercialized news is the best case scenario almost. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. It's like, this is what could happen. This is what you experiencing. But if you want to just go kill yourself, then you can end all this shit, and nobody can even say.
It gets real in a like on here on a public, with some people throwing their birthday out with other people.
I got you, James Russell. Okay,
I'm only going to say certain way in the public forum. I keep it high vibrational like this in the open format, what it is. But in personal readings, it goes there. Like I've told people, I was like, I've had readings where I told people like, look, man, you about to fuck yourself up. Like this, they have one person, they had a 5 of clubs that kept coming up, and 5 of clubs is a card of mental, like you'll think yourself into depression and you'll corkscrew yourself into it. And I tell him flat out, like, bro, you fucking up. And I was able to just like I don't know. Sometimes the spirit just tap you on the shoulder, like, tell this nigga. I've been trying to tell this nigga.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, if you keep doing this, like, and I'm like, one person I tell him, I said that he was trying to tell me about him and his wife and how she was this and she was that, and it just hit me. I saw the card come up. I saw a 7. I saw a 7 of diamonds come out, and I said, I don't mean to be like this, bro, but you be abusing your wife, don't you? You beat her. That's where this shit's coming from, because you be beating her. And he just stopped and was like, whoa. It's just, no, it gets real in them. Whatever you need is what's going to come out in that session.
Damn.
But in a session, like, there have been times I have read people, like, on my show, my YouTube show, I'll read somebody real quick, and I'll see some shit, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to say that on YouTube. Well, because I still got respect for for people, and you don't want to be like, oh yeah, you about. Actually, if you go on one of my shows, it slipped one time. Some dude called in for a reading on his relationship, and I it just hit me. I was like, are you cheating? Hey, it just hit me. I was like, are you cheating on her? And even then he said, oh, now next question. I'm like, oh yeah, she probably. It'll come out. The real comes out.
Do you think that some people have a certain fate that they have to play out?
Yes, in some ways, but there's no linear line of fate to play out. There's all, again, going back to choice. There's a fate to play out. If the way I frame it is, are you living? We all set our own rules. The issue is because when you're not in alignment with what you set, with what your rules and what your principles are in life. Unfortunately, most people don't ever take the time to question their own principles and shit that was handed to them before the age of 8 that they never questioned. But we still have that now. If you didn't question your principles and question what's in alignment for you, that's something that we all must do. But it's all about being in integrity with yourself. Like, I look at some people, they perfectly think it's. You ever see, like, my grandfather? He cuss anybody out, and they say don't cuss, but that motherfucker was in perfect alignment with cussing and cussing motherfuckers out and giving them the business. He ate hog maws and he was eating McDonald's up until the age of 98. That's what was in alignment with him, and he was okay with it, and he lived a blessed life.
Right.
The issue be when people be in conflict. They be out there, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, but they living over here with it.
Right.
That's where you get fucked up. It be the people who like, this who I am, and fuck you for being that, and fuck you if you have a question. Like, you look at people like in comedy. People always like look at Steve Harvey. Like, I don't know, I never met Steve Harvey, but just most people I know that met him, not too many people outside of a handful of people have many good things to say about Steve Harvey.
Damn.
Just in my, this is my experience.
Right.
This is my experience.
No. Yeah. I mean, it ain't mine, but I'm just saying, like, I
Yeah,
ain't trying to.
I've had a lot of people who just, but the way I look at it, when I hear him talk, I'm like, Steve Harvey is 100,000% fine with Steve Harvey being Steve Harvey. So no matter how any of us feel about Steve Harvey being Steve Harvey, as long as he stays in alignment with what his principles are, that man's always gonna have a blessed life. Versus people who come around talking about something, I'm the best this, I'm the best that, but then they feel like a mouse in real life. They just, it's a public, they the whiz, they eyes. I'm this, I'm that, but really they feel like this. Those be the people getting fucked up. Get in alignment with who the fuck you say you are, whatever that is.
Be a mouse. Be a mouse, man. Nibble some stuff.
Yeah, then there's a high side of possibilities. There's a low side of probabilities. Like, it's literally like playing cards. If I'm playing, then sometimes you'll play to the high side and still lose. That's how it is in poker. Sometimes you have a flush on the table, and you play that shit, and then somebody else got that's life,
and that's life.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, this can't be life.
Yeah.
Fucking dog bags in my pocket.
Dog bags.
Yeah, fucking Max, man. Got my dog. I got my dog back.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
He left him? Yeah, he ran away?
No. He was staying with my mom for a little bit, But we got the puppies, and so Max can't be there because he might try to pee on him or something. You know what I'm saying? Just shit we don't understand, but it might be necessary. You know what I'm saying? He might need to pee on his kids. We don't even try to pee on our kids. We have no idea what kind of mind control that could lock into them. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me call you back. These kids is hard headed. I'm about to go piss on them. Because I told you. Yeah. Anyway.
Come on over here, Rex.
All right, let's do this one more birthday, bro, because this dude sent it, and I don't want to leave nobody hanging. And then we're going to wrap it up, and I'm going to let you tell the people where they can find you at. But do 11990.
That's the Eight of Diamonds person. But their Eight of Diamonds right there at Capricorn. And so that Eight of Diamonds is a person that they need to have themselves. Remember we talked earlier about like whatever they do work-wise, they got to make sure that they out front, that they putting things out there. Like whatever they do, they have to be out there. They can't. That Eight of Diamonds person can't wait to be seen. They got to actively put themselves in the environment of, I don't know, something comes to whatever that Eight of Diamonds person does, they got to be in the environment of what they want. They got to put themselves there and then they'll shine. But they got to make sure before you put yourself out there that you polish your craft up, whatever that is. Make sure it's all the way right, because if any of your game ain't right and you try to put yourself out there, you're going to fuck yourself up. And then, again, with you, follow through. That person I'm like following through. I'm like finishing shit. Finish your shit, man. Finish whatever it is you get started. And if it's too much, do one thing at a time, but make sure you finish whatever it is that you do, because that's a problem.
Yeah, man. Anyway, y'all, Maya, do you have anything that you want to say real quick?
No, we'll talk about it next week. There's a bunch of really creepy stories, but we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, I don't want to be creeped out tonight. Amir?
I ain't got nothing.
All right. Well, man, look, man, this has been another episode of the CP Podcast. I want to thank my guest, Dwann, for coming through. What's up?
Let me tell him real quick.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Tell him.
I got my documentary premiere coming out.
Oh, shit.
In a couple weeks. November 12th. This is my t-shirt. It's bigger than hip-hop. I got the Black American Music Family Tree. I'm tracing music history back to the 1700s, showing all the great music that Black people created here in America. Because people try to narrow the conversation down to hip-hop. I'm showing you how we created the blues, ragtime, jazz, folk, country, all that stuff, and how we invented the drum set, bass guitar, and even the instruments that we use is something that came out of our mind. And so the documentary is to really point out the greatness. And it ain't no xenophobic shit. It's just that I come from a field of working with kids, and I get tired of Black kids thinking The only thing we did was go into slavery and then Michael Jordan. That's all we, you know?
Right.
So this documentary is to show, hey, niggas, you weren't just slaves. It's a lot of great shit that the world now adopts and takes that your forefathers created. So I got that coming out November 12th. Go to DwannB.com. I got it's a pay-per-view event because I'm doing the Q&A along with it because everything I do like with her, I appreciate it. I like answering questions. I don't like just saying, believe me. You know, I put myself out there. So on the premiere, it's a Q&A for people who got questions, and that's going to go fund the full season. Because on the full season, I got some dope-ass people that's going to be in it. But this particular documentary is just me. But it's just going to be fun as fuck.
Okay.
Check it out.
All right. Tiffany said she wanted to be creeped out. I'm creeped the fuck out. My shit was like, I came in here like a little helper bee. I was born to be a goddamn elf. I was born you got to get out there to help people make toys, help people connect with people. I got to get another card, man. I got to get another reading from Dwann. I don't know another path.
No, I'm saying connections. I'm saying that's what takes you far. Like you don't have to. The connections are gonna boost you.
I know. I just wanted one of the sweet ones. Like, man, this card, man, wow, man, like everything, you know, Ferraris, you know. Anyway, hey, man, we out of here, man. It's another episode of CP Podcast. We'll see y'all next week, man. Always the questions, never the answers. Thanks to Dwann B for coming, man. Maya, Amir, peace.